Did this start before the implementation of ACA, the Affordable Care Act, or it was part of the Affordable Care Act?
Yeah, it was in different forms. What I've described as sort of the current IGT mechanism that's been around, let's call it 7 years, might
Sì.
be a little generous, certainly 5 or 6. But there were other systems. So, for example, the idea of a provider tax being the money that the state raises to then show the federal government their contribution has been around for 20 plus years, just in different formats. We had in Kentucky, for example, a provider tax that we successfully repealed a number of years ago, but because we couldn't take Medicaid. So we said, how could we be subject to the provider tax when we're not even in the system? But other providers were, like a pharmacy may have had to pay 30 cents a script. In a workers' comp patient, you may have had to pay $1. Or if you're a physician, you may have had to pay a certain amount in provider tax, a certain percentage of your revenue, for example. So that system was in place prior to the IGT, situation that I described. So this idea of the state offering up to the federal government money that they really didn't come from state tax, like from a state budget, it came from provider tax that went through the state. The state is only the conduit to show the federal government that the money came from them. And then the federal government has a formula in how they match it, as low as 50 cents on the dollar. And I've seen, others that are way higher than that. So in some sense, this provider tax as a form of state budgets demonstrating the federal government has been around for quite a while.